Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Saturday morning edition of New Distributor Training. My name's Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija, and my privilege to be the host this morning. We got a lot of things to share with you this morning. I'm going to encourage you to grab your note paper, grab your journal, grab your notebook, whatever it is you're using to take your notes with. For those of you that were, maybe you got the email, you're on my email list, or you're connected with me on Facebook, you got the Facebook post. I made the comment that this was going to be one of the most important trainings that I've done in the 12 years I've been with Zija. And the topic was, what every distributor needs to know and to do, two items. I wish, in retrospect, as I was putting together my notes for this morning, in retrospect, I wish I would have found a way to highlight what every distributor needs to know and to do, and note the order of that. What you need to know is first. Secondary is what you need to do. And that may seem a little bit backwards. You might think that, it's the doing part that's the most important. And well, there's no escaping that, okay? The fact of the matter is, it's the knowing part that is more important, because that produces the correct activities. And so I want to do a couple things real quick here. I kind of want to frame up the conversation for you, but I'm going to try and breeze through this very quickly, because I want to use the majority of the time for any questions you might have. So I'm going to encourage you right now to jot down your questions. You can put them into the little chat box. Those of you on mobile devices, if you just tap the screen, you will see the little icons pop up, and the little chat bubble will be there, and that sort of thing. Because that is really the most valuable thing I can offer you right now, is to be able to respond to your specific questions. And I want to thank you all for attending. We've got great attendance this morning, and the room just keeps popping more names up and that sort of thing. So that's good stuff. First thing I want to do is let you know that you might have come here this morning. You saw the little notice, what every distributor needs to know and do. I'm not going to be sharing with you, details on the compensation plan or product information from our new company, Isogenics, because quite frankly, those things are virtually immaterial. Okay, the details of the products and that sort of thing, virtually immaterial at this point in time. The details of the compensation plan. I have been a little busy, as you can might imagine, here since the announcement. Some of us got the announcement on Tuesday, and then of course it filtered through the rest of the organization, and there was a public announcement on Wednesday of this past week. It's only Saturday, man. So been a little busy. I haven't had, I've been able to delve into the details of the compensation plan. I have been reviewing it with the limited time I've had. Here's what I can tell you, okay? And I base this upon a couple of people that have, dived into the comp plan in detail, who I highly respect in terms of their opinion. There is absolutely no doubt that every single one of us is going to see a pay increase, okay? This compensation plan, while it's been described as very similar to ours, has some, so far what I've noticed is some subtle nuances that the minute I spotted these things, I started to think to myself, man, we're going to make a lot of money here. The things that you think you you came here prepared to hear, I'm not going to give that information to you, because honestly, I don't have that information. And here's the important thing to take away from that comment: I already know what's important to know. And I encourage you to go back, if you haven't done so, if you weren't part of the last Thursday, 2 days ago. Wow. Just 2 days ago, last Thursday's Biz Talks. I didn't have a guest. I did a business presentation that was appropriate for a prospective distributor, one of your guests, but I mostly wanted to frame up what was going on. And so I encourage you to listen to that. I want to repeat that, okay? I don't want to take 30 minutes out of today's session to repeat that. So go back and listen to that, but I'll give you the nickel version, okay? We have Zege International. So many of us, and myself, I've been with the company over 12 years now, okay? I look at the Zege landscape, and, the only people that I can think of that have been with Zege longer than me is David Moses. Okay, so I've got a fairly good frame of reference, and most of Zege, interestingly enough, most of the leadership, field leadership in Zege, this is their first multi-level venture, and so and I understand that because 35 years ago I joined my first multi-level company, and I bought in, lock, stock, and barrel. It was the only vehicle I had to fulfill the requirements that I had as a young man trying to care for my son, my special needs son, and I was on board 110%. I lived, breathed, talked, sweat, dreamed that company. And 2 years into that company, I had to make a switch. Okay, I had to go to another company, and that was difficult. Okay, because it's kind of like going to your church, the church that you've been to and you brought your children to, and you've been with that church for years and years and years and years, and for whatever reason you need to switch churches. There's a lot of investment that we have in the concept of Zege as a company, Zege as a family. We are Zege, and I understand that. Okay, but what I want to share with you is something that I think will be very important to you to understand. Okay, the Zege company isn't the company; it is the people that that we were accustomed to working with. Your upline sponsorship, your team members, your cross-line, leadership, and every single one of you. If you have one customer or you have one distributor, the Zege business is really you. And that's the point I want to make. The company is the people. And if you can make that transition, understand that you are the leader of your business. Okay, just as you don't have to have 10, 12,000 people, whatever it is in my organization now. You don't have to have that size of organization to be the leader of your organization. But more importantly, you're a member of a team. And let me tell you what the team is. The team is every single person in the genealogy above you. But it doesn't stop there. Okay, your team, the team that you are a integral part of, is every other person within the Zege family. As I look right now, I'm looking at the group of people here. Oh wow, a lot more people. I can already spot, probably a third of the people, maybe more than that, aren't actually in my personal pay line. Okay, they're not part. I don't get paid on those people, and yet they recognize that the field leadership of our company, our people, embraces everyone. All right, and I'm not gonna say that's with everybody, but that's with the majority of people. And so keep in mind that your business is the people, and even if your business has just one customer and one distributor, you're the leader of your business, but more importantly, you are part of a team of people. You don't, just like the quarterback on a football team is nobody without the other 10 people on the field and the other, 20 people that are on the sidelines waiting to fill in when somebody gets tired. Okay? So keep in mind that it really doesn't make any difference what the name of the company is, what the specific ingredients of a product are. All of that is secondary to who we are as a people. Now, one of the things I know about this transition, and I had a lot of people text me right away, both people from within Zege and people, the contacts I have outside of the industry, are you okay? Is everything all right? Blah 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 blah. I got to tell you, when I heard that announcement, I was part of that video conference. I think it was the top 100 people in Zija, something like that. That got the very first announcement to the field that the sale had been made and transition was taking place. There were a lot of people that were, very concerned, nervous, worried, what have you. I didn't have those problems. Okay, for two reasons. And I'm going to share that with you right now because it's really important to understand this. Number one, I know Ken Brailsford. See, there was no question in my mind that the company that we are now going to be aligned with was the best choice for the field. Not for Ken, the best choice for the field, because that's Ken Brailsford. So for me, that was not a concern. Here's the other reason, and it's equally, if not more important, okay? I already know how to do this. I've made a transition now 3 times in my multi-level career, and this upcoming transition will be my 4th time. First time, I was with a company for 2 years, and I was, all out. I was, a disciple of that company. And it was kind of like having a divorce, okay? I mean, it was, well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't as expensive as divorce now that I think about it. I digress. But it was a challenge to have to make that decision to leave the love of my life and move on for something better. But what I did have was the awareness and the ability and the understanding that what we do in our business model is the same thing, independent of company name, independent of compensation plan, independent of ingredients. When I made the transition from my first company to my second company, entirely different compensation plan, entirely different product offerings. They couldn't be more different, company 1 versus company 2. But what we do is the same. It doesn't change. Now, there may be little finer nuances in terms of, you want to sponsor 1 on your left, 1 on your right. You want to sponsor 2 on your left, 1 on your right, whatever. Okay, those things, that's ticky-tacky stuff. That is not a significant issue. That's the kind of thing, you'll get that in a heartbeat. What's more important is that you understand what it is we do in the development of a consumer base using professional network marketing or multi-level marketing building strategies. That's what you need to know. And that is independent of the name of the company, the compensation plan, or the products. None of that is an issue. And so today what I want to do is I want to help you focus on, first of all, number 1, the things that you need to know right now. Okay, and then I'm going to follow that up with number 2, the things to do right now. So with that in mind, let's start with the things to know. Okay, and leveraging what I just said. Okay, we are the company. The people are the company. We have an environment where, if you will, we're taking our company and we're acquiring a world-class billion-dollar infrastructure. It's kind of like, we've been grooming ourselves as race car drivers, but we've been driving 4-cylinder compact, cars, in the junior class. But we've been developing our skills, and we've been honing our reflexes and our, our experience. And all of a sudden, we got an upgrade to a, an M-class car. Now, with the same skills and and experience and talent that you've developed driving a 4-cylinder compact sedan, if you're given an opportunity to jump behind the wheel of a, V10 high performance Formula One inspired race car, is it possible that you're going to be able to go faster, farther, and do it in less time? Absolutely. It's about the vehicle. Take a novice driver and put them in a faster car. They're going to go faster. Now, they're not going to go as fast as you or I because we have a lot of experience. Okay, and I'm using some analogies right now because I see my yard boy walking back and forth. He just turned 16, and I told him as soon as he gets some time underneath his belt, I'll let him drive my M6, right? So he's pretty excited about getting some driving time in. But I told him he can't drive it right away. He's got to go drive his mom's car for a while before he can drive mine. Again, I digress. It's important to understand that all we've really done is taken our company, meaning our people, and we have been able to acquire resources and systems that are well beyond what we've had to work with so far. Okay, highly refined, highly experienced, well developed. The kinds of things, frankly, that have been absent from Zija, that have kept us from becoming everything I believed we could be. And so this isn't a matter in my mind that we have been sold Isogenics, but rather we, the company, us, the people, have acquired, a really cool race car to race in now, because we've been running around in a 4-cylinder, compact sedan, and we've done pretty good with that. Okay, we've done really well with that. Imagine what we're going to do now that we've just acquired, a Formula One race vehicle. So keep that in mind. The company is us. That's what we need to focus on. Now, this merger is creating a platform for you to build your business and to do it at a much larger and faster format than we could ever have done. I've had actually several people reach out to me over the last few days, guys and gals I haven't talked to in a long, long time. And, they're happy in their companies. Actually, one of my very closest friends just started a new venture. He was down in Brazil when we were talking. And, and it was exciting to hear him excited about what was going on. And just as I was thinking about that, he said, "I'm excited for you, Fred. You sound truly excited." And I am. This is the best thing that could have ever happened to us. I am genuinely so excited, probably more, well, let me change that. I'm as excited as I was the day I joined Zija. Because when the day I joined Zija, I had a vision of what this company could be. And we were able to accomplish some of that. But I'm as excited, if not more excited, than the day I joined Zija, because I see the opportunity to fulfill on those dreams. And I'll be real candid with you. Okay, if I wasn't, then this Saturday morning training wouldn't be taking place. Okay, I'm not a naysayer. I'm not going to poo-poo on piddle in anybody else's pool. If I wasn't excited, I'd be stepping back, because quite frankly, I don't need to. Okay, I don't need to move forward with another company, but I'm excited for all of you. Okay, one of the top priorities for me the day I joined Zija, some of you know my story. I came out of retirement after a number of years of being out of network marketing, never believing I'd get back in network marketing, and I came out of retirement for Zija. I saw it as being something that I could do that would in turn allow me to give back. Okay, this industry has blessed me and my family beyond measure. I can't even tell you how much network marketing has changed the direction of my life over the last 35 years. To be able to offer others that same opportunity, that was a primary reason for getting back involved in the industry and waiting so long, because it was Zija was the company that brought me back. And today, that's the most exciting thing to me, is that each one of you has a much greater opportunity than we would have had given the platform we were working with. So number two, this is where the rubber hits the road and why I have so little concern about the future for us, okay? Because I already know what to do. Now, some of you are going, well, that's great, Fred, if you got 35 years of experience. What am I supposed to do? I've only been in Zija a few weeks, you know, a few months, maybe a couple of years. I've never really been, you know, a big deal in network marketing. Folks, every single $1 million earner was at one time a brand new distributor. And the difference between them and you is time and activity. Okay, that's it. That's the only difference. Now, I know the backstory of a lot of the people that are the big producers, okay? And a lot of them do have some really significant high-level, you know, professional background, business experience, you know, sales experience or what have you. But a lot of the people, majority of the people are really people like me, okay? Didn't bring anything to the table. And if anything, I think that's kind of an advantage, to be perfectly honest with you. I've seen, you know, blue collar workers, stay-at-home moms, you know, average folk, for some reason seem to do better a lot of times than people that have a lot of previous experience in sales, marketing, you know, high-level management and leadership or whatever, because in their previous professions, these, you know, higher level people, they weren't doing what we do, okay? They got to relearn what they think they already know. Whereas, you know, people like me, I already knew, you know, when I started network marketing, I was a truck driver. I already knew that I didn't know anything about sales, marketing, you know, professional speaking skills, training, you know, whatever, right? I didn't know anything about that. So I was highly coachable. You know, I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. So how to build this type of business, that's what the Saturday morning new distributor trainings have always been focused on. You know, a bit here, a bit there, you know, with the foundation of what I call new distributor training, that 30-minute video I did some time ago. So I really encourage you right now to make a note. Go to my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/, maybe someone can help me out with that. I'll do it right now. Here we go. Let's see, www.youtube.com/Fred Holmes Zija. All right, now I just put that in the chat box and you can click on that link. Go to my YouTube channel, make a point of going to the playlist tab and then review the videos that are on that playlist tab. The first one's 30 minutes long. It's called New Distributor Training. It is everything that I've learned in, you know, well, I haven't been full-time in the industry for 35 years because I was out between the two companies, but, you know, 35 years in or around this industry compiled into 30 minutes on what a new distributor needs to know. And quite frankly, a seasoned, experienced distributor does the same thing as what's in that first 30-minute video. You want advanced training? Watch the next 3 videos, they're 10 minutes apiece. That will be a major help to you. I really encourage you to do that. If you've done it before, do it again and do it now, okay? Review it again. It's going to be very helpful to you. What I want you to do is to focus on what's important and what is not important, because I'm not going to do new distributor training, that 30-minute video right now. That's a waste of time. You can do that on your own. Here's what's important. What's important to focus on and what is not important to focus on. Number one, it's important to focus on the concepts. Don't get hung up in the details. The person knows everything about the product and everything about the compensation plan and everything about the history of the isogenics company. They ain't gonna make any money, okay? And hanging out with those people ain't gonna make you any money, all right? Because they're not doing the doing part. Focus on the concepts. What are the concepts of this business? The concepts of this business is developing a large and growing consumer base, people that buy our products on a monthly basis, and they continue to do so. Okay, utilizing this elegant business model of sharing our products with people, teaching them how to share the products with people, and then taking that second level of people and teaching them how to share the products with people. Okay, creates a tremendous amount of leverage. The concepts are what's important. Now, let me tell you what's not important. The techniques. Okay, how you do that is not important. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you that doing exactly what I do to build my business, the techniques of how I build my business, is immaterial to you, because techniques are not duplicatable, but concepts are. You should write that in your notes. Techniques are not duplicatable. Concepts are duplicatable. And the key to success in this business is duplication. I want you to think about this for a minute. If you got, if you could get one new distributor every month for the next 12 months, this is January, we only got a couple days left, but you got to get one new distributor this month. And then next month, teach that new distributor how to get one, and you go get one new distributor again. Okay, that's it. One distributor a month, and teach them how to get one distributor a month. At the end of 12 months, if you've been able to get that, have a simple system that's duplicatable by the masses, where you can teach somebody how to get one person, and then they can turn around and teach somebody how to get one person, and teach that person how to teach their person. At the end of 12 months, do you have any idea how many distributors you'd have? And some of you going, sure, 12. No, it's 24. No, it's 48. Well, no, it's 4,096. Do the math, all right? Get one person a month for the next 12 months and teach each new person how to get one person, but more importantly, have a simple duplicatable system that they can also in turn teach that person how to get one more. See, the key to success in this business isn't being an overnight rock and roll star, okay? I wasn't in Zija, okay? I was not an overnight success story in Zija. It took time, but I'll tell you what, by that simple duplicatable method, system, and just doing it repeatedly over and over and over again, by the end of 36 months, I was a big deal, okay, in terms of, the income. And if you understand this part, the concepts are what's important, not the techniques. Everybody has a different skill set, okay? Pat Anderson, she launched her business by integrating it part-time into her existing businesses. She had several businesses, and her primary marketing format was through trade shows, okay? She's a master at that. I can't do trade shows, okay? Honestly, that's just not my thing. There's too many people around, right? I don't do well in those environments. There's actually a lot of things that I don't do well that most people in Zija and network marketing do well. So what I focus on is the things that I do well. Today, my business is a 100% home-based business, okay? I don't have the luxury of getting out in the field. Other people, that's what they enjoy doing, is getting out into the field and meeting with people and having a coffee and, what have you, okay? I see Amy McKenzie here, okay? Amy McKenzie has done something that I could never do. And, it's because she, either had that experience as a background, professional background, or she was just really good at it. Amy McKenzie has done a lot of, business prospecting, one-on-one with business owners. Okay, I couldn't do that. Okay, she's been very successful with getting some really good, business oriented business owners because she was willing to walk into their business and talk to them. I can't do that. All right. Don't worry about what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. Everybody has a little bit of a different way to approach the development of, their business, meaning acquiring new customers, acquiring new distributors. Number two, don't focus on how to do this. Okay, and it's kind of, what I was just talking about. The real important thing to focus on is why. Because, some of you, I can see a lot of you have been around a long time here with me, and you've heard me say this before. Okay, why is more important than how. If why is important enough, how works itself out. Okay, it just does. It's like, how could a cross-country truck driver who was, I'm trying to find a way to say this, not too negative, a bit of an introvert, not very comfortable talking with people, not very comfortable in my own skin. How could that cross-country truck driver go out and build a network marketing business and make millions? And yes, it is millions. How could they do that? Folks, how had nothing to do with it. It had absolutely nothing to do with it. It was why. The reason I was able to succeed in my second company and make a lot of money was because I was able to succeed in the first company. I stuck around long enough to learn how to do this. Why did I stick around in that first company long enough to learn how to do this? That's the why part. Because I had to find a way to take care of my son. There was nothing more important to me in the world than being able to provide for my son. And every single day that I was ready to quit, I was disappointed, I was challenged or what have you, all I had to do was look at my son. And whatever the negativity was I was experiencing, whatever challenges I had, whatever doubt I had in myself, went to the sidelines. Because this was the only vehicle, this profession of network marketing was the only vehicle that was available to me to be able to provide for him. So if you're looking for, what do you do to prepare for this transition? Let me tell you exactly what to do. Stop figuring out what to do. Figure out why. Every single one of you came to Zija for a specific reason. Many of you, as I look through the list of people here, geez, you guys are just filling this thing up. Oh, good, I'm recording. I just got this really panic feeling that all these people are watching, and I forgot to record it. No, I'm recording. Stop worrying about how you're going to do this. How are you going to, what are you going to say to people? How are you going to learn about the products? How are you going to become comfortable with the comp plan? How are you going to go and, maybe rebuild or whatever? Stop worrying about that stuff because it's not going to help you. Here's what you really want to do. Take some time, grab your journal, and start writing down why you came here. Why did you come here? Okay, many of you came as a customer for our products. Okay, and that's great. Our core products are going to go with us. You'll still be able to share your passion for our core Moringa products, our CBD squares. I don't really have a lot of more information than I know those products are coming over. I got an invitation to join the group of Zija distributors that'll be meeting with with Isagenix Corporate on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And so, we're going to know a whole lot more this time next week. Okay, give you a lot more details of timeline, transitions, and that sort of thing. I've been part of, both with Zija and my previous company, been part of the company that acquires other companies. And here's what I can tell you. You're going to get a lot of how can I put it, special considerations. okay? This isn't going to be hardcore cut and dry, okay? There's always an opportunity during that transition time where the the acquiring company, in this case Isogenics, they're going to give us some time to get everything in order. Okay, there's going to be grace periods, if you will. Expect that we'll have some consideration, just like Zija gave with, I think it's 3 companies that we acquired over the time that I've been with the company. You'll be taken care of. Don't worry about that part. What you really want to focus on will be the important things that are going to affect your business. And I strongly encourage you, again, grab your journal, spend some time. Define why you came here. A lot of you came here for the products, got excited about the products, wanted to build a business, saw an opportunity to create some supplemental income. Maybe a way to help, the Mrs. or the Mr. leave their full-time job because of the income you were creating for your spouse, okay? These are the kinds of things that you need to be remembering. Many of you came here specifically because you were looking for an income, vehicle, an income opportunity, and you fell in love with our products, okay? Why were you looking? What was it that you wanted to accomplish? What's meaningful to you, okay? When you can have a white hot burning desire to succeed that overrides everything, then you'll be able to overcome anything, okay? Just like, and I think back to those first 2 years in network marketing, and I'm going, dang, I can't believe I went through that. And and very few of you know the story. I'll bet you not maybe one of you on this broadcast today knows even part of the struggles I had in those first 2 years. But had I not done those first 2 years, I wouldn't have been prepared for the second company that allowed me to retire 8 years later. And had I not gone through that, I wouldn't have been prepared to do what I've done in Zija, which has eclipsed the results I had in my first decade in network marketing. And I'm compounding that to be part of the next generation of our business, our people. Last thing I want to talk about real quick here before I move on to what to do a little self-assessment, okay? And again, many of you that are regular attendees, you've heard me talk about this. Do a little self-assessment. That way you're prepared to shore up your weak areas for this next, segment of our company's growth. The key ingredients to success: willing to work, willing to learn, burning desire to succeed, okay? Do a self-analysis. Understand that all you need are those 3 things. Well, Fred, I'm kind of shy. I don't like talking with people. I don't know a lot of people. I don't have a lot of time. I've got a lot of obligations. Folks, none of that matters. Every single challenge that you think you have to build in your business, there's somebody in Zija that's made a fortune that's had that same problem, that same challenge, that same obstacle, okay? Don't worry about the things that you can't, why you can't do this. Focus on why. Focus on why you need to do this. Focus on what you do have to work with. Willing to work. You got to be willing to do the work part. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to put in, 80 hours a week. Some of you might put in 8 hours a week. Okay, that's fine. Just be very clear that if you're going to run a business, you have to run your business. If it's 1 hour a day, work 1 hour a day, every day. Don't fail to make that commitment, okay? What happens at your job if you wake up in the morning, you just don't feel good, you're a little depressed, you got a headache, your tummy hurts? They still pay you if you don't show up for work? Somebody going, yeah, I got sick leave. Well, good for you. You got a county job. How long can you not show up for work and still get paid? Well, I only get, 8 days of sick leave or 12 days of sick leave a year or whatever. There you go, okay? Got to be willing to do the work, okay? You've got to be willing to do the work. Whatever it is that you've defined for yourself is your schedule. Keep that schedule. Number two, be coachable. Be willing to learn. I'm going to tell you right now, there is so much out there in the industry right now of, trainers, people teaching people how to do network marketing. People that never made much money, if any, in network marketing. Okay, this is simple. The easiest part of network marketing is learning what we do. Spend 30 minutes on my YouTube channel, review that new distributor training, and you will know exactly what it is you need to know. Okay, yes, it is very simplistic. Why? Because simple is duplicatable. Okay, finally, burning desire to succeed. You gotta be willing to work, willing to learn, burning desire to succeed. That's the one I suggest you work on first, because why you do this is more important than how. Now, let's talk about what to do, and then I'm going to open up for questions and answers. All right. We've talked about what you need to know. And it's really interesting that the majority of the time I've spent training so far today has been on the first topic, what you need to know. The second topic, what you need to do, is actually going to be very short. Okay. What do you need to do? Don't stop. Don't make the mistake of the deer crossing the road in the middle of the night. They see the headlights and they come to a dead stop in front of the speeding car. Okay, don't stop. Buy my story on this. Just trust me. Everything that you had before this announcement, you're going to have that and so much more from now on. Okay, and someone can say, well, am I going to still have frankincense essential oil? I don't know. Okay, but that's not the point. Every bit of opportunity that you had prior to the formal announcement on Wednesday of this week, you've got so much more starting on Wednesday moving forward. Okay, so number one on what to do, don't stop. Okay, don't stop. Whatever you were doing, whatever your daily method of operation was on Tuesday of this week, make sure you maintain that on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And today's Saturday, and then keep doing it. Now, number two, when I say don't stop, I'm going to actually tell you to do something else. Pretend like it's your first day. You've been using the products, you're excited. Now you've been learning from people about the opportunity. You've been able to meet a few of your upline who've been making some really good supplemental income or full-time income. Maybe you've been working with some upline diamonds that are making tons of money, and you're excited and you want to build a business and all the reasons why. I want to put my kids through private school, I want to pay off the house, whatever it is the deal was. Pretend like it's your first day. Go back to that original experience of excitement. Okay, get excited, because if you get excited, people will notice that. Nobody cares, to follow you if you're not excited. Be excited. Now, my friend, that's just not my nature to be going rah 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 rah. Me either. Okay, there's a concept called relaxed intensity. Okay, that's something that I embrace because I'm not a big, those of you that have ever been at one of the conventions and that sort of thing and have seen me, I'm kind of standing in the corner, right? I'm not really in the front row doing the jig and that sort of thing. That's not me. Okay, but there is this concept of relaxed intensity. People will notice. Okay, pretend like it's your very first day, and then start doing the activities that a brand new distributor does. You ask any leader. Let me take that back. You ask many of the most successful people, most of the recruiting they did was in their first 30, 60, 90 days in their business to create their foundation. That's the kind of level of intensity I'm encouraging you to have right now. Make sure act like it's the first day of your new business. And then one last thing, number 3, and this is a multi-level concept. Pretend like we're in a 90-day pre-launch. Now, what I mean by that is there is a period of time prior to the first of the month, 90 days from now, that the company is going to launch, brand new company. And in the industry, they do a pre-launch. Well, the pre-launch serves a purpose. It's to get some momentum going, to get people involved, so that on day 1 of the official opening, they hit the road running with a bang. Okay? Pretend like we're in a 90-day pre-launch to the next stage of our business. Okay? If you can develop that mindset, that'll keep you from stopping like the deer in the headlights. Okay? It'll give you that intensity, that relaxed intensity and enthusiasm about building. Please don't put in the chat box, Fred, is it going to take 90 days? Does that mean 90 days until we're fully integrated? I don't know. Okay? I'm using concepts here, not techniques, not details. Okay? Pretend like you're in a 90-day pre-launch. Pull out all the stops. Okay? Set aside some things that might have been on your agenda over the next 30, 60, 90 days. Set them aside. Okay? Understand that this year, 2020, not a single thing has changed from everything I've been talking about here leading up to the beginning of this year. 2020 is a pivotal year in Zija. It's the year that some people will, focus, they'll hammer down, they'll build their business, and over the next, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they will become millionaires. Now, if it's not you, what if you just became 100,000-aire? Okay, what would that be for so many people? So, want to make sure you understand what's happening. I want you to have these concepts of what you need to know. Do your self-analysis, your self-assessment, and then finally, what to do? Keep doing it. Pretend like it's your very first day, and focus on a 90-day pre-launch. So I'm going to open up for questions. I've taken a little bit more time than I had planned to. I will stay over if we continue to have questions. And I'm not going to suggest the questions you should ask. I'm going to let you do that yourself. Let's see. Let me pull up the chat box here. Let's see. Aloha Gina. Bundle packages for new enrollments will still run through March 27th. Let's see. That's Kathy that asked that. Kathy, I don't have the answer to that question, and there probably is an answer to that question. And I'm not sure why March 27th. Is that because there was a timeline on the dollar per PV, all bundle packages being available to a brand new person? Is that the issue, Kathy? Maybe you can help me out. Everything. This is my understanding, and folks, just give it a few days. I'm flying out on Tuesday. I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday in Phoenix with the corporate team, along with several other Zija distributors. I'll be back Friday. I haven't booked my flights yet. I'm not sure what the time is. You're going to get all the information. You got to just tread water here for a week, and we'll get all the information. This is what I do know. Everything that we've been doing in Zija, we're doing today. Okay, everything, all the plans, everything. The only thing I am, I understand that there's a commitment been made by Isogenics for the Zija cruise. So if you're qualified for the Zija cruise, you're there. All of our compensation plan, all of our programs, all our incentives, and that sort of thing, still in place. Okay, we're going to see some changes as time goes on. I really personally wouldn't be worrying too much about what's going to happen in March, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th week of March. Be more focused on what you're doing today to share the products, share the opportunity. Apologies, I don't have the answer to that, Kathy. but I'm going to assume it's going to stay the same. Let's see here, and you know, and reach out to leadership support. They may be able to have an answer for you. A bigger new roof for the existing congregation. Oh yeah, Maureen. Gosh, I wish I was you. Let's see, race vehicle. That was my comment. Look at the forest, not each tree. Look at the bigger picture. Thank you guys. I tell you what, I love Maureen. She does such a much better job of saying what I try to say. Let's see, Mary. Thank you. Oh, very good, Mary. Well, I appreciate that. Mary said that what I had to say today was what she needed to hear. Kathy, you said yes, so I'm guessing whatever I answered was good enough. Send Zija questions to FT Field Development Team and they will respond. Very good. Refocus with your sprint team. Okay, folks, listen, sprint team, all right? For those of you that are putting together your sprint team, do it. I think you got tomorrow's the last day, okay? And hammer down, okay? Pretend like nothing has changed, because here's what's going to happen. You will create momentum, and all of the momentum, all the new customers, all the new distributors, all the existing distributors that have rank advanced, all of those are going to transition straight over to the new program, okay? You'll be walking. I think actually the sprint is so important right now because it'll help you avoid the problems I was talking about. It'll help you avoid deer in the headlight, okay? Sprint's a great time to be excited and focusing right now on new business, all right? These are the activities and the energy that you should have right now that are going to better position you for when our final integration takes place. Other questions, pop them into the box. Let's see here. And, oh, Tori, good to see you, Tori. Oh, and I see an owner here. Let's see. What else we got going with us here? Man, the who's who of the organization. I will be posting this to the YouTube channel shortly after we're concluded here. It takes a few minutes to do that. Let me see if I can help you with some questions, okay? I do know that some people have had some questions about the compensation plan. Again, I can't answer a lot of those questions, okay, because I haven't. I am a comp plan guy, all right? That's something I'm really good at. I have not taken the time to delve into the Isogenics comp plan in detail. Why? Because it's not important right now. It's not a high priority. The little I have seen, most of you are going to see some significant benefits very, very quickly, okay? The ability to pull down some bank volume, that's going to be a real plus to you. Right now, and again, I hate to talk about it because I haven't looked at it in detail, but it looks to me like those of you, which is almost everybody, we all pretty much have one bigger leg and one smaller leg. You know, some people, the leg differences aren't quite as much. Others are extreme. It looks to me like the people that have those lopsided legs are going to be able to make more money than we could with our Zija compensation plan. One of the reasons you don't want to take your foot off the pedal right now in terms of prospecting for new customers and new distributors is that this company, the Isogenics company, they have some really good rank advancement bonuses. I mean, you make a lot of money there. This concept, they have another program that I saw that, I mean, makes our, I forget what we called it, but recruiting 2 people in the same time frame as opposed to 1. You don't double your commissions, you don't triple your commissions, you quadruple your commissions. It's an extra bonus. So that's very, very powerful. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? I'm trying to think. You'll see that I'm having a hard time formulating questions that you might want to have answered, because again, and I hope you don't think I'm being egotistical here, I already know how to do this. I already know what to do. And it has nothing to do with focusing on these details. Something I was thinking about, and I hope I don't bore you with this analogy. When I first started driving 18-wheelers, I was running a cab over Peterbilt. I had a Road Ranger, a 13-speed transmission, and it was an old Detroit diesel engine. All right, now I learned how to drive on that truck. It took almost no effort whatsoever when I was transferred into not a Peterbilt, a Kenworth that had a Caterpillar engine and a 9-speed. Okay, different make of truck, different engine type, different transmission. The skill sets were easily transferable. It took a couple of moments to learn the difference of the power bands for a Caterpillar engine versus the Detroit diesel. It took a moment to become familiar with the shifting patterns of a 9-speed versus a 13-speed Road Ranger. When I went back to a conventional Peterbilt with a 4 and 5, same thing. That had a Cummins engine in it. Took a few minutes to become accustomed to having a long nose in front of my truck instead of the flat part. Took a moment to get the difference between the Cummins engine versus the Caterpillar engine versus the Detroit diesel engine. The 4 and 5, again, a couple of moments for orientation and that sort of thing. It was the skill sets of driving a truck that were the important thing to focus on. The details of the make of truck, engine, and transmission, they were very minor details. I didn't worry about that. Rest assured, there's more than adequate or ample field leadership that'll bring you up to speed on those little tiny details. Your focus should be on the skill sets. Share the product, share the opportunity, teach others to do the same. So I'm right at the top of the hour, which is my normal shutdown time. Folks, if there's no other questions, I'm going to leave this with you. I think we're okay for now. Yeah, I think we're okay for now. Folks, just kind of in closing, one last thing. I couldn't be more excited about our future. Outside of that initial, I actually thought when I got the notice on, early Tuesday morning, I was in my little undisclosed island getaway, that we had a corporate top 100 call coming up, in the afternoon, RSVP. Honestly, I thought we were going to get the announcement of a new CEO. And, and all I was hoping for is to be a new CEO that would mind the business and not worry about the field. We've got plenty of people in the field that know how to build in the field. When we got, other than it was a little bit of because I'd expected something different, than what we got, that was a little bit of a shock. But I instantly had a peace about it, simply because, number one, I know Ken, okay? Where we went was the best that Ken could do for us. Okay? And since then I've learned Ken's had other, opportunities, could have made more money, but he wanted to make sure that when he made this transition, that the most important part of the company, the people, could have the very best future. And after that, when I learned, I actually know quite a bit about the Isogenics company just because I've been around such a long time. I was very excited, okay, to have a world-class platform to take our company, meaning our people, and have an opportunity to leverage that. Okay, that's very exciting. I'm very excited for all of you. This is going to be one of the greatest things that's ever happened in Zija. I am 100% with each and every one of you. It's immaterial whether you're part of my personal organization, because you understand my philosophy. We're all part of one company, our people. If there's something I can do to support your efforts, reach out to me. I encourage you to plug in. I'm probably going to have to make some changes because my YouTube channel says Zija, so we're going to have to, redo that. It's going to stay for right now. My email list, that's going to stay the same. That's actually not branded Zija. If you want to get on my email list, go to fredholmes.com and click on the contact link. You'll see a place there where you can enroll in my newsletter. That's my email list. Get on my YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/fredholmeszija. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna have to figure out how to change that name. Anyway, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna help a lot of people, and we're gonna make a lot of money. All right, and I'm 100% with each and every one of you. Thanks for joining me today. Thursday evening, Candace Smiley, who's just coming back tomorrow. She's at the Isogenics launch event, New Year launch event. She's there right now. And she'll be coming back with I've actually talked with her twice now in the time that she's been there. She's extremely excited about what's going on. She'll be hosting Thursday night Biz Talk, so that's on just like usual. And then I will be back Saturday morning, new distributor training, a week from today, and I'll have a lot of stuff for you then. All right, folks, have a great rest of your weekend. Appreciate you all joining me, and we're good for now. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.